Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for this, movie review. Uh, and this is going to be for Arthur the King, the Mark Wahlberg movie that I got to check out for myself to see what I was going to think of this movie overall. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for this hour and 48-minute movie, 47-minute movie actually, to be precise, and let you know my thoughts on this new 2024 movie as a whole. So let's dive into this movie review. Now, basically, with what I've seen with this film, it's about a race. It's based on true events about this guy Michael, Mark Wahlberg's character, and at the beginning of the movie, their team was kind of set up to fail in the whole marathon race thing that they're doing. It's like a 5-day race. And what happens is he gives up on the team gives up on him because he's pushing them too much to try to win this thing. And then I think he tries it again 3 years after that incident, and the whole world's kind of hating him at the time. But then 3 years later, he comes back. He's basically retired for a little bit till he tries to get sponsors to help him with going for the 5-day race again. And pretty much, he does go for it again with Simu Lee's character Leo in this film. I think his character was, for the beginning, he kind of was a little self-absorbed with his character in the film, not the person himself. It's just Simu Lee. He's been in some good movies, but the Barbie movie, I don't know. I know it was a little overhyped last year. But as of now, excuse my yawning. I'm so sorry about that. As of now, I just don't see myself coming back to the Barbie movie. I don't even have that movie on DVD anymore. I got rid of it because I didn't want it anymore. I just didn't see myself caring to watch it again. But overall, I think this film had a lot of passion to it. It's about Arthur the King, the dog, basically, Arthur, and Mark Wahlberg's not giving up on the dog during this 5-day race because the dog's actually following them. The dog doesn't really come into the race till like an hour in the movie, and pretty much they don't. The ending was almost pretty sad. It almost looked like the dog was gonna die, but I can't spoil the ending for you. If you haven't seen this movie, definitely go check it out. It's worth the watch. It's an average movie. Not too terrible. Not something I would say is my favorite film of this year. But Mark Wahlberg's performance, I know he's very overrated and overexposed as of lately because he's been in so many movies as of lately. But with his performance, I think it was pretty solid. And Simu Lee's performance as Leo was pretty good. Um, there were some moments where his character kind of went on and off with being a nice person then an asshole. But I think execution-wise, this movie actually tried to be entertaining. And it had a lot of passion and heart to it because of Mark Wahlberg's character, Michael, caring for the dog and being there for the dog to finish that race and then getting him the help he needs after. So, if I were to give this movie a score, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a not bad movie. It's good in its own way, but average. It's almost a good film. It's just average. It's a mediocre film. Not one of the worst movies I've seen of 2024. At least it's better than the last films I watched. Like Damsel, I wouldn't see myself coming back to that film personally. Um, and Imaginary was crap. Love Lies Bleeding was probably the last, I guess, decent film I watched. But this one was a little better than Love Lies Bleeding. But overall, 7.5 out of 10 for Arthur the King. I think this movie was very underrated. I almost was thinking this was going to be a movie I wasn't going to care for, but it had a good story to it and very passionate. Uh, there was a lot of passion to this story and a lot of heart to it because it is based on true events about the real person Michael finding the dog and the dog's following him through the race, and then I guess he becomes a part of his family and all that. So pretty much 7.5 out of 10 for Arthur the King. Thanks for watching this movie review tonight.